So for the past 2 weeks, I've been riding the all-new 2020 KTM 500 EXC-f. I just recently reached over 1 million views on my channel. So give me a try, subscribe, and you know what? If you don't like the next couple videos, unsubscribe, but give me that chance. This bike mainly interests me because last summer I did the High Sierra Diaries on the 2019 500 EXC. So hearing that it's all new and there's a bunch of upgrades and updates, I wanted to check it out. So here's what I came across. The most noticeable thing right off the bat was the ergonomics and the bodywork design, which KTM claims that it's increased for freedom of movement and improved handling and comfort. Well, there was no doubt about that. I found there was a lot more space in the cockpit area. One of the first things I noticed on getting on this bike was from last year's 2019, which I'll leave a link in the description below. You can watch that review. The biggest difference that I noticed was it seemed like this was higher, like up in here, and now it's lower. It seems like KTM is drawing more influence from their motocross bikes, and you have much more of a flat area in here. So this is all open here, where before it kind of came up a little bit. It seems like the tank, the motor's all centralized down into the center point of the bike. That's the thing, is kind of that could be balanced in your thought process on what kind of dual sport do you want, because I did notice it turns very well. It's very nice in technical situations. You can get your butt up and your body up on the tank. Another thing that stood out based on my notes from the last model was the reduced vibration, and that could be from the lighter piston that they've installed, and the compression ratio has been increased. So this thing just hauls ass. Just wanting more power for this bike is just plainly not needed. Even with 6 gears, there was times where I didn't even find myself wanting the 6th gear unless you're on highway. Overall, I think all the changes KTM did were in the right department. Bigger than that stuff, I could deal with that. I can get used to it, set suspension, do that stuff. But the two things that bugged me most about the bike was the kickstand doesn't fully engage to, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. And then the second thing, with all these updates and all these reconstructive designs that they added into the 2020 KTM 500 EXC-f, the light guy forgot to come to the meeting, because they still have the 1998 halogen orange light that is still on this model here in 2020, when everything's gone LED and they still have, you know, this. People have DM'd me and messaged me like, hey Mark, you know, you could just upgrade and buy a more expensive, you know, buy a upgraded bitchin' light. But I figure for 11.3 and probably more like 12.5 grand.
Got to figure in dealer setup fees and tax.
Yeah, you're going to leave the dealer with $13,000 with this bike. I'd like to have a LED bitchin' light. And if KTM needs help in that department, just look at the Honda one, the 450L. I rave about that light.
All right, so I'm demoing the 2020, right? 2020 KTM 500 EXC, and first off, it's a real powerful bike for its size. Very lightweight, very maneuverable. But for a guy my size, I'm 6'1", 285, and with my luggage here, it's a little small. Now I could fix that by putting a rack on and moving the luggage further back. But right now, I mean, when I hop on, I mean, this is my placement in the cockpit. So a tick tight. When you're coming downhill in descent and you want to push your body back further, the luggage gets in the way. So maybe not the best bike for a true dual sport cruising around, unless, like I said, maybe you get a rack and push us further out.
So keep that in mind. If you're a bigger type fellow, this bike might be a little cramped for you, even though they opened it all up. But you're probably asking me, hey, should I get the 19 or the 2020? Are all those upgrades and changes worth the money? And I would have to say, yeah, they are. If you'd like to know more specifics on the KTM 500 EXC, the 2020 model, I'll leave a link in the description box below. Hey, hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss the next video. Also, check out the description box below. I got a lot of things in there, a lot of resources you guys can check out. And that's it. We'll see you on the next video. See ya.